Peace and blessings to everybody out there. Welcome back to the Fake Woke Podcast. This is your boy BobbyVILN. I am back with another video. I'm here to talk about the Oklahoma school principal, Shane Murnan, or shall I say Shantel Mandalay, or Shantel Mandalay, whatever his name is, whatever he chooses to go by. So Oklahoma Elementary School, John Glenn Elementary, decided to hire Shane Murnan or Shantel Mandalay as their school principal. As you can tell, Shane Murnan is a drag queen. If you look up the story, you can see that he's a drag queen. He chooses to dress up and to read to kids at libraries during drag queen readings or whatever the case may be. The gentleman was caught with child pornography in his first couple of years of teaching 5th grade. Had to resign once the charges was dropped because they could not identify if the children were minors in the pornographic pictures or videos, whatever it was. He then turned around at a later date and got back into education. And now he's the principal of John Glenn Elementary. Now, regardless if you were able to identify if the children or if the people in those photographs or videos were children, I don't think he should be working with children. I get it, the charges were dropped. I just don't think he should be working with children. To be accused of having child pornography is a very serious accusation. Those are very serious allegations. Okay. I just think him working with children, he shouldn't be working with children. And I'm just gonna be honest here, for him to be dressing up in drag should tell you that this gentleman actually do suffer from some type of mental health disorder. Okay. I understand. He feels comfortable dressing in drag. He feels comfortable changing his name to Shantel Mandalay or whatever the name is. I get it. You know, I'm not knocking you for fully accepting yourself, you know, as Shantel, okay? But to allow drag queen readings and drag shows and Vogue shows for children, I can't get by that. I can't get with that. That is something I personally feel like children should not be exposed to. Young adults, okay, you do what you want to do, you exploring certain shit, that's fine, whatever, do whatever. But for children to be exposed to that type of behavior, to that type of ideology, you can't tell me that it's not an agenda. It might not be from the people that actually choose to rep the alphabet movement or the alphabet community. It might not be from them. But it's coming from the higher, it's coming from the elites, it's coming from the corporations, because they choose to amplify the fact that America has a mental health issue. They don't want to solve they don't want to solve the problem. Why solve the problem when you can continue to profit off the problem? And their solution to solving this problem is to pushing people to fully accept their mental health issue and to amplify it. Okay? For you to go out and you to buy your makeup or your dresses or whatever the case, whatever you're gonna do, for you to go ahead and go up under the knife or do whatever you're gonna do, you know? They choose to amplify it because they see a profit in it. They see a profit in cosmetic surgeries for you to get your titties reduced or get them completely chopped off or for you to get implants. They see it as a profit. They don't want it to stop. They want to increase this problem to maximize their profit in big pharma. That's what America is. America is a corporation that like to maximize its profit as much as possible. You feel me? So why not amplify the mental health problem in America? And that's exactly what they're trying to do. They're trying to amplify the mental health problem in America. They're trying to sexualize children. They're trying to make children adapt this ideology, because that's the extreme of the Overton window that they're trying to push. This is an extreme. They know for a fact you're gonna deny it now, but later on down the line you're gonna look at it as it being normal. You know, it's the same thing with no offense. It's the same thing with gay marriage. Everybody had a problem with gay marriage 10 to 15 years ago, 20 years ago. All of a sudden, now it's widely accepted. I'm not saying that I'm against it. I'm not against it. I don't care what you want to do. You want to marry somebody and be miserable, or if you want to marry somebody and be happy, that's on you. You do whatever you want to do. I don't knock you for doing what you want to do. But to continuously expose kids to sexual conduct, sexual behavior, drag, trans, voguing, all of this shit, I am totally against it. And you can't tell me that there's not an agenda. Look at some of these books that they're approving to be in elementary schools, or to be in middle schools, or to be in high schools. Blatantly describing oral sex between two males. Blatantly describing pedophilia, acts of pedophilia, in a glorified manner, and not in like shaming it or pointing out that a child is being taken advantage of. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to take advantage of your children, especially when you're not paying attention to what they're learning at school. They want you to think that it's socially acceptable for males to wear dresses and electric blue wigs. They want you to think that it's socially acceptable, or it's perfectly fine or normal for women to cut their breast off and to take testosterone, or for women to just dress like males. It's fine. You do what you want to do, okay? But for you to push the ideology on children is where it's not even shaky. It's just unacceptable. You bringing kids into the matter, and that's why people are getting very upset. That's why people are choosing to homeschool their children. We don't want this type of behavior. We don't want this type of so-called progression within the school. Sorry, you're not supposed to teach morals in school. You're supposed to teach math. You're supposed to teach math or arithmetic. You're supposed to teach literacy. That's what you're supposed to teach. You're not supposed to teach morals. You leave that up to us, the parents. Because now you're crossing a very thin line where you're trying to be the parent and not the educator. You're there, you're being paid to educate, not to be the parent. And that's where I have the problem. That's where it's a problem to me. You feel me? They really trying to take your children and make them their own. They're not your kids no more. Like they said, they're our kids. You know? And it's sick. I just don't like where America is going, especially California. It definitely needs to change, but I don't think voting is the solution that we're looking for in order to change what's happening. Because politicians have way too much power right now. They are extremely powerful. They could pass any law that they choose to, whenever they choose to. Besides that, to come together as a community, as citizens, and figure out the right solution to protect children. It could be homeschooling. It could be whatever the case, whatever you choose, whatever you feel like is the proper solution. We need to act on it, and it needs to be as soon as we possibly can. Besides that, make sure you like, subscribe, and share my content. I appreciate everyone that chooses to share my content. Thank you.